Attorney Jonathan Elson, reminding you that if you've been injured in an auto accident, it's important to have somebody on your side. When you need a lawyer,
then you need Nelson.
A lot of the homeowners are really upset. We received a letter giving information about junking the HOA or getting rid of the HOA and the pros and cons of that. And a lot of people felt that that letter was misleading. It had a lot of misinformation, and it was directed that it came from the entire board because it was not signed individually, and it said from the board. And as a member of the board, the secretary, I knew nothing of the letter. I had no part in the decision of that letter-making process, nor in the mailing of it out. So I feel that there's a lot of violations on just that point alone. I am aware of who wrote it and submitted it. I did verify via invoices with the printer and what have you of who that was sent out by, and it was not voted on by the board. The president of our HOA, that is Dave Snook. I'm not sure why he didn't choose to participate in our little gathering that we had. We put up notices around the park to have just a discussion with the homeowners and get opinions and views, and he was made aware of it as well, just like everybody else, and he chose to sit in the office during the entire meeting. I can't speak on why he chose to do that. If me personally, I would have wanted to have been out there and been a part of that discussion, especially if most of it was about.
I'm a homeowner here at Comstock Park here in Pahrump, and I've lived here since 2016. The issues we have here with Dave Snook, a volunteer position chairman of the board, of the HOA board. He seems to do whatever he wants to do as he sees fit, regardless of the rules, bylaws, or the laws. He refuses to let us use our amenities here. Library, the game room, the pool, even during the summer. He gives every excuse possible for us not to use a pool in the summer. One reason it was the water wasn't warm enough, or there's clouds in the sky because we might have lightning. He refuses to let anybody that's on the board along with him in the office. He's kicked people off the board because they talk to me, because I give him ruckus about what he's doing. The other day we are out here protesting and we had the police here. He didn't want to come out for the police. He ignored the police. He's abusive and verbal towards women. Just right now, I knocked on the door and just waved to him, and he told me to F off, you know? He's just very disrespectful, and he doesn't want to do anything for anybody except for what he wants to do, how he sees fit, his rules, Dave's rules, pretty much.
Come on, David.
Hi, with KPVM-TV News 25. So we're here recording some of the HOA meeting that's going on. Do you want to do an interview on camera? Deanna's coming down. She's going to interview the lady in there. But you're welcome to go on camera and tell your side of the story. Huh? Do you have a business card or anything?
That idiot that's doing this is hiding tight on it.
All of our communal areas, such as the pool, we have a game room with a pool table and a shuffleboard. We also have a big conference room area with a library, books for kids to read, and based on the way it's run now is that nobody's allowed access to that area unless the board member, the president, is present, and no keys are to be given for any community area, even though in our bylaws it states that we are to have pool keys issued to us. Initially, I know it was worked out as a COVID restriction, but those restrictions have been lifted for quite some time, and the homeowners have even voted at a meeting for the implementation of keys. I have gone about the appropriate processes to get bids from companies to implement that, and was met with a firm no, that will not be happening. We will not be doing that. Right now, we have a couple options. I am in touch with the Ombudsman's office and trying to go about the appropriate steps to submit an affidavit so that they can, or give Dave the chance to rectify any of his violations. And if he chooses not to at that point, then the Ombudsman's office will step in and have an investigator come in to investigate the goings on and the happenings of the HOA. Another option we're going is I sent around a petition to be signed, If we get 10% of the homeowners to sign it, we can call an emergency meeting, and at that time a motion can be made to have a board member step down.